Hi, this is Tracy with DIY or Bust. As you can see, my off-grid cabin needs a little help with the foundation, and I'm going to show you what I'm working on, how I'm fixing it, and what I'm gonna do to protect my little slice of heaven going into the future. This is what I'm protecting the cabin from. The concrete wall underneath the cabin is a temporary support. It allowed us to remove this addition that was between this deck and the cabin itself. It allowed the cabin to be leveled. It literally was broken in the middle right here and leaning down from both sides. So it's up, it's relatively level, and I could build right as is. However, I'm not happy with how much washout there is underneath. You can see where the mud is wet. That is how high the water comes up. So I'm going to get this stabilized a little bit more, and then I'm gonna slide it back 5 feet. Let's see what's happening inside. All right, so I know none of this is to code. So all you code police out there, if you watch my previous videos, you'll understand why I've got all this framing the way I do. Trying to salvage this because it is such a great house. It's got this, I say house, it's a cabin. It's got this nice looking roof that I'm gonna keep, and this is gonna be completely off-grid. Okay, so here's problem number one, is that these joists are just sitting on this 2x4. Pretty sure that's 2x4. And that's not gonna support, that's not supporting that beam. Was coming this way, and it was underneath this rim joist. Let me show you on the other end what I'm talking about, what it looked like. It had broken. So here's the other side, and this is how they just propped it up like that. I do not believe they even had any of the joist connectors or any of that. This has all been added, and so this guy obviously is being supported temporarily right now by wood. So what I need to do is I need to fix right here. I need to sister that, have it supporting so that I can then manipulate this cabin and move it back. Here's what I did. I took a filler piece. It's kind of hard to show, but I'll try to see if I can get down there. I cut this original board straight as possible, and then I did a filler piece here, connected. Whoop. I know, sorry if I'm making a mistake here. A little shaky. Connected to the underside of the rim joist. And then I took this filler piece, which is just some old scrap wood that I had from the original cabin. You see it matches the patina. And it's just old growth and really dense. So I put that in here and screwed it down to that filler piece. And now I've sistered pressure treated 2x4 to this side, also extends under the rim joist all the way to the outside. And it's an 8-foot piece. I'm gonna do that all the way back. I did not do it underneath this piece for two reasons. Number one, having it this in this direction is more structurally strong, and especially when I put another one on the other side. And this guy here has, this is what they attach some of the electric conduit to underneath, so it's full of big nails. And here, let's see if I can show you that. Full of big nails under there, so not very great. And very hard to work with, trying to get nails out from underneath without crawling on my back under the house. Here's the final result. I've got the two pressure treated 2x4s sistered up against the two filler pieces. And then I used a hurricane strap. I would have liked to have used a joist hanger here from one side to the other, but I don't think they make them that big. I might go back and get some more hardware from my favorite box home improvement store and attach this 2x4 to this rim joist. It is not all the way up against it. because this part of the house is actually higher than straight. It's up too high, it's out of level. So I will address that later. Starting on this side of the cabin, you can see the end of the joists that run the length, well, half of the length of the cabin here. And I need to attach this to that, the whole length of it. I've got this one prepared. You can see that I've marked where those joists are, and I just simply used a square and a pencil and marked where those are, and I'm going to nail it to this side. Same thing, and I'm gonna do this all the way around. The front has already been reinforced. So as you can see on the water side, the front has been reinforced the whole length, and I don't need to worry about that right now. All right, the concept of operations is I'm going to have slides right here going all the way back. It's gonna be 3 pieces of wood with, they're basically like an I-beam laid on its side. Right through here, centered here. It's a 20 by 20 cabin, and then one all the way back that way. On those slides, those slides will be set on a concrete block, not just one. So kind of like that. Here's a picture of the slide. So it's going to be, here's the I-beams that I made. All right, so I just did a 2x4 on top of a 2x10. I think that's a 2x12, sorry, 2x12. No, it's 2x10. So it's going to lay down on the concrete block. Let me show you on this side. This was just my little jig I made to build these. All right, so it's going to lay on the concrete blocks like this. And then my skate, my industrial skate, is gonna sit on here, and this will keep the, it'll keep it from shifting off of the concrete block, right? This little lip here, I know, I see some cracks too. And then this lip will keep the industrial skate from sliding off of the edge of the board. In other videos, I did not see anything unless they used a piece of I-beam, metal I-beam, which I do have one, but it is extremely heavy and I can't really move it. Here's what the skate looks like, and just like a roller skate, this can take 6 tons per skate. I'm gonna use 6. So that's 36 tons. And this thing is hollowed out. There's no way is it 36 tons. And so this is basically what how it's gonna be prepped. However, underneath I'm gonna have multiple concrete blocks to support each one. I've got a whole stack of them over there, you see? Yep. I got some work to do, but that's how it's gonna happen. House will get lowered down, and then this little guy will just slide, and it's gonna be pretty easy, I hope, to do it. On the end, I'm gonna put a stop here. I'm gonna nail in a stop to prevent, you know, that. Here's an overview of the prep that I've done so far. I had to change my plan a little bit to support these joists, which run from left to right underneath. So I have my skates, and I've got these 2x8s. I think they're 2x8s, and they are going to support those joists coming across. When I tried the first attempt this morning to lower the house down, it was not supported well enough. So I had to make a change, and this is the plan. So that the skate that is right here is also sitting on top of that joist and carrying that load. I'm gonna get underneath and show you it from underneath. So I've got that skate right there. Also has boards that go to the other skate. So I've got 3 skates and 3 slides. And remember, this is only going 5 feet. I know, it's a lot of prep. But I feel like this is a good plan, and I'm ready to start. working. Hey everyone, I'm really sorry I didn't get to do that live action to move it, but it was very difficult. It has been moved now. I don't know if you can see that tree stump there. And let's go see the front. I know the side is bowed a bit. It's still under pressure. I am about to pass out. That is where it was. That is where it is now. So I'm going to resume tomorrow. Thanks for watching DIY or Bust.